Well, Long Wharf Theatre is continuing its tradition of immersing its audiences in theatrical magic at its 2010 Gala. Those attending will get a glimpse behind the scenes of the theater's innovative brand of art with food provided by one of the area's best caterers. Here to tell us more is the Director of Marketing and Communications, our good friend Steve Scarpa. Welcome back, Steve.
Thank you.
So this is pretty exciting.
It is very exciting.
Time for the Gala.
Yes.
And last year, I want to mention really quickly, about over 300 people attended. This year, perhaps even more. So
yes,
this is a big deal.
Absolutely. This is our biggest fundraising event of the year, and it's really kind of a special evening. It's both a celebration and fundraiser with silent auction and dinner and really great performances, and the theater spaces are completely transformed into really magical. It's like being in your own play in a lot of ways.
So kind of giving people and people who are really lovers of the arts an inside look at what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah, absolutely. If you take, for example, our rehearsal halls. Our rehearsal halls are dark white. They're white cinder block. It's nothing particularly pretty, but when we're done with it, it's just this interesting, alive, vibrant. Last year they turned it into a stage door canteen, for example. The year before they had they put a pond in the middle of it where a cellist was playing with white birch trees around her. I mean,
pushing
really,
the envelope.
Yes, absolutely.
Can we talk entertainment? Who's going to be performing this year?
Her name is Karen Ziemba. Now, our audiences will know Karen because she was in our production of Sylvia this year, which was a big comic hit, and they saw her in a actually kind of serious role there, but she's a Broadway star, and she was in Chicago and Steel Pier and 42nd Street, and she's a really great singer. It's going to be a fantastic show.
And as far as the time that things kick off, I mean, 5:30 we know there's cocktail hour. What can people expect during this time? Is it time to just kind of mingle?
That's right. There's a silent auction at that point, and they can mingle and get drinks, and hors d'oeuvres will be going around, and they can take a look at the spaces. And then at 7 o'clock, Karen goes on and does her show. And then at 8, the rest of the evening is your own, and there's entertainment in every room of the theater as well, from, other jazz to magic to the dueling pianist from Keys to the City. It's going to be fun. Yeah.
And let's talk a little bit about where the funds go. We're raising this money. What's interesting about the theater here is that a part of it goes back to educational programs.
That's right. The theaters, not-for-profit theaters, tend to run on a model where 50% of the revenue is generated from ticket sales and 50% is from the generosity of our patrons. And this event goes to that thing. And so one of the things this event funds is our education programming, which is, subsidized tickets and classes for kids, and, really trying to spread the word of the theater and create a whole new generation of theater goers.
And exactly, and bring art to people who wouldn't ordinarily be able to experience the arts, which is amazing. So let's talk a little bit about ticket prices, because I think it's a great deal.
Yeah,
because you get a lot for the evening.
Yeah, it's the tickets start at $200, which includes everything. The show and the dinner and the drinks and the whole thing. It is a good deal.
So in terms of what's going on right now, for people who want to come to this, we're going to have the information on that coming up shortly. But I also want to talk about what's performing or who's performing right now.
Yeah, well, right now, our next show coming up is My Mother's Italian, My Father's Jewish, and I'm Still in Therapy, starring our old friend Steve. Starring our old friend. One can only imagine. Yes, our old friend Steve Solomon, who's been with us 2 or 3 other times, and he's been selling out like crazy previous shows, so we're excited to have him back, and he's going to be here from July 6th through the 22nd. You can get tickets at longwharf.org. And then later in the summer we have Defending the Caveman, which we talked about as a show about relationships, and that's also very fun, and that will be August 11th. It starts August 11th.
That's exciting. Oh, we're so glad to hear about that. In terms of the tickets, we want to put the information on the screen for people who want to come out and get their tickets. They're still available, everyone. It's Take the Stage 2010 Gala starting at 5:30. That's Monday, June 7th. For tickets, you can call 203-787-4282 or go to longwharf.com. Is that right?
.org.
Yes. Longwharf.org. Make sure that you log on to there to get your tickets. And again, if you want to come hang out, I will be there alongside you. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Steve Scarpa, thank you so much for being
here.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Nice talking to you.
Coming up next, if you brought your tapping shoes, you're in luck. We have Miss Brass City. She's here to tap dance with us when Connecticut Style returns. So stick around, everybody.